Okay, here we go back again. All right, this is what I've come up with. That's where that mount. This is a cardboard template of the same size as the upper control arm mount. It has to go right about there. Okay. Then I can use that hole right there. I can use a hole right here because it's kind of in the middle of the frame, which means I have to make the metal come down further. And I can use the hole that's right there. I just have to make the metal come down further right there too. Won't be able to use that hole that's there on both sides, but that's okay. This hole, that hole, and that hole are all inside of the mount, and that'll work. The problem I got is that much of the frame sticking out with that arm sitting right there on top of the arm bushing. Well, the bushing's gonna be way out here, so I'm hoping it doesn't hit right there. I'll have to raise it up just a little bit. I'll have to raise it up and move it out. For every quarter inch I raise it up, I'll have to move it out about a 1/16 to keep it in line with the steering. But remember, this has got to be made in a production version where a customer can use factory Crown Vic arms if they want to. Okay, so I can't just make it where it has to have special arms. I have to make it where it'll fit the factory arms. Okay, so we can do that. As you've seen, this is what the arm mount looks like. It's got a slotted hole, and basically it uses a cam, a loop around here. It uses a cam washer to get that much adjustment in and out. No adjustment on the lowers like the factory arm, like the factory crossmember has. The lowers are securely fastened. So all the adjustments here. So that's no problem. This is basically a template, and that's going to basically fit about like that. It's got to be almost a quarter. It's almost about 3/16 out past the outside of that. So what I did was make this template off of the metal piece I already had. And basically what this means is this is the 0, 0 corner when I go to draw this in CAD. That arrow right there points forward, and that arrow points to the left. And normally I would put front on here to mark that, and then left hand side. It's not driver's side, it's left hand side. I worked on too many right hand drive vehicles to do that. Okay, so we're going to use this hole here that's already there. We're going to use that hole, but we're going to have to put some more meat around it. Basically, it's in the hole here too. So that's what that piece is going to look like. I'm going to have to cut this. I have to cut the tube for the top of this out of some steel, unless I have something that's already close or bigger in there, some old scrap pieces. I probably don't though, so I'll have to cut this out of a piece of flat. Got some flat right here. Got some more on the ground right there, and I got some inside, so that ain't no problem. This thing is it's a hair over 2 inches, but it's going to have to be down here. It's going to have to be probably at least 2.5. Okay, so that ain't no problem. So template 1 done. Next one I got to make is the inside one, but I'm going to trace the lines on this one, or actually probably should tape this one down so I know where it's at before I can make the inside template. Let's do that. Okay, I got some magnets holding this down. Now I need to make the piece to go inside here on the top. Okay, so as I've measured it, it needs to go from that corner there to right just past that. It's 2.25 inches, and then inside here, this side needs to go 3.25, which will get it right in there somewhere. Okay, so that'll be that top inside plate, and it'll have these same holes here here and here to match up to that. But then I'll make a plate to go inside here to go up to it that has these holes, or actually these 3 holes in it. And then we'll make a bottom plate that has holes to match the bottom holes. And then the inside plate will match this, but we'll have to come all the way out to it. So looks like some more template making. Let me make the one to go to the bottom of here, and I'll do some CAD drawing on it, and I'll have to I'll probably have to stick a magnet on the inside piece too to hold it while I draw it. Yep, hold on. Okay, here's my inside piece. I went inside and used the flap disc to knock the scale off this. Laser doesn't have much scale, but it has some. Makes it harder to trace stuff. So did that. Started with my piece traced around it, and then I made it longer. This is 2 1/4 wide, and that's 3 1/4, which match the frame over there. I was going to make the holes in this, and I guess I can because they're going to be laser. I can overlay when I CAD draw it. I can overlay one drawing over the other, and even if they're not the same on the templates, they will be the same in the cutting. Okay. So there's my holes. I don't really have to do anything on this template with them. They're going to line up with this. Anyway, what I'll have to do is when I make it, I'll draw it in CAD. And here's another thing I did is I traced around this with the silver Sharpie so I can get it back in the same spot. That's kind of hard to do holding the camera, so I'm going to set the camera down. Yep, that's lined up good. And see, this will go inside here and sit against the frame right there. Now, this frame's bent in a little bit. So I'm going to